All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo, and welcome in to OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. It is day number 4 of SEC Media Days here in the College Football Hall of Fame. We're here. We made it. We have 4 more teams.
Not day 40?
Exactly. We got 4 more teams coming in here. They got uniforms and everything, but we are at the finish line. But yesterday was a day that we all needed. We needed some juice. And I'm not talking about just here, us 3 at this table. I'm talking about everybody in this building. Day 2 didn't bring it.
Day 2 did not bring it, and it was weird. It was just there was not that many people besides media members walking around.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the teams, the players, the coaches, a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more forthcoming, willing to sit down with you. Day 2 is just like they all walked around kind of like with a shield up. Like don't talk
and
to me.
It was
like
Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas, and even Auburn. I'm like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe
they all thought they were the pretty girl at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, don't come up. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, they wanted you to like really like sprint after them. It's like, I'm not cool. I'm not about to just sprint and tell you to sit down.
Yep.
If you want to sit, it's cool.
We're not gonna cold Kubelik this thing.
Yesterday, though, I mean, so outside of Alabama, and I didn't have Alabama on off campus either, so I'm not sure. Maybe they're great, maybe they weren't. I don't know. Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma were great.
They crushed it.
The Mississippi State kids started the show with us. We had Levy. It was awesome. The Florida, and it pains me. The Florida contingency.
Don't do it.
All 3 kids did a great job, and they were all very respectful. DJ Lagway, I'm introducing myself to him. He goes, yeah, fullback, LSU.
Oh, boy.
I was like, oh my God. He even said fullback.
No. I really wanted them to be a bunch of pricks.
All of them. Really bad.
God.
Really bad. The rest of the team is, though, for sure.
Oh,
for
everybody else. They picked
just those 3.
The 3 good dudes.
Yeah.
That is not a fair representation of their football team. They all stink.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
and
but I'll tell you what, DJ Lagway, pretty impressive looking. Pretty impressive little build.
I told y'all this last night. He walks in, and he says, like, Dusty's kind of sizing him up a little. Dusty Dvorak, he's sizing him up a little bit.
Who's a pretty big guy.
And Dusty's a big guy. Dusty's 6'3". And Dusty's like, man, hey, how tall are you right now? He goes, I'm 6'3". Dusty's like, buddy, I'm 6'3", and I'm on my tiptoes looking up to you. I've never heard somebody that is like legit maybe 6'5", give out 6'3".
Yeah.
It was weird.
I walked by him.
Typically like somebody like you who gives like the quarter inch.
Yeah, you got to give. You take everything you can.
Yeah.
When it comes to height, when you're an athlete at a high level, you take everything you can. Maybe you go down on your weight a little bit, depending on what position you're playing. But from a height standpoint,
I'll go up if you're
I would have
playing
said
fullback at 225.
I would have said he's every bit of 6'5" when I walked by him in the hallway. Now, maybe he had some platform shoes on. I don't know. But he walked by, and I walked by him, and I was like, yep, that can't be him, right? That's a defensive end. No, that was DJ.
Yeah. So, some of the stuff, starts to make sense when you see some of these guys in person. And he's been injured, and he didn't get a chance to go through spring, so we'll see how he starts
now,
the season.
Talk to us about, since we're talking about Florida.
What a media guy. He's starting to get to tell me about.
Yeah, tell me about.
Talk to me about.
Yeah, how are you feeling? No, tell me about this grip strength from the Florida kid.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
This is probably one of the more impressive things that I've ever.
Yeah.
This is the most impressive thing to me of media days, certainly.
Yeah, so I knew he had a chance. And so we have this grip strength. If you haven't been listening, we have this grip strength thing in our Sirius XM room, and it's like a full-on machine. And Olivia said that I get to keep it because she said nobody else would appreciate it like I would. So I'm going to bring this back to studio in Baton Rouge, and we'll make a deal out of it. But so, you grab it, you pull it. It's like, I don't even know, like.
It's a digital thing. So it's telling you the pounds, PSI or pounds per square inch, whatever it is.
So there's been some funny ones. Like my guy Dari Noka, he got an 80.
Okay. All right, 80 pounds. Is that respectable?
It's okay. Chris Doring started off like in the 120s.
Yep.
Clark Lee got a 147. I ended up getting a 164.
No big deal.
Dvorak,
but you had to work for that.
I figured it out. I figured out like the standing up and like you kind of like have a hunch over. That's what everybody
Clark
started
Lee
to do.
Did that automatically. He's done it before.
He did.
So you said he got like in a 2-point stance.
He got like almost like he was about to like
do a row,
like pull a string on a mower.
Yeah. Okay.
To get real a weed eater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he did that. I didn't think he's smarter than me. So he gets that, and Dusty gets he got 169, got 164. So that was like some good ones. Yeah. We had like somebody got a 170. I think it was somebody from Georgia. Anyways, well, this kid Caleb Banks comes in from Florida. I mean, he's got a duck to come into the room. He shakes my hand. He hits the bottom of my elbow with his hand when he shakes it, and I'm like, who is this mutant?
Yeah.
Nicest kid. Like, yes, sir. So humble to be here. I was like, hey, it's a really big deal to be here. Congratulations. He's like, you're going to make me cry. And I'm like, it's a big teddy bear right there. It's
Not
a big
a teddy bear.
And so he's like, hey, let me grab that thing. Let me grab it, right? This man squeezes it so hard you can hear like the plastic almost like just about to explode,
yeah, it's
right?
Just plastic's giving up.
He goes like 194, I think, what it was. And so our producer looked it up. He's like, I got to know how strong that is. And he's like, well, it says here that that's strong enough to crush a human skull.
Okay.
With his hands.
All right. So what is like 185 or 190 pounds per square inch, whatever that measurement is? That's
what it is. And he got like a little bit over that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he started typing up his center, Jake Slaughter. He's like, man, that's the record? Like, for real? Like, dude, it's not even close. He's like, oh, well, Jake Slaughter's going to come in here and he's going to set that record. I work out with that guy. Yeah. That's their center. And he plays nose tackle. And Jake comes in there before he's even supposed to be in there with us. Like, it became a thing. Like, people started trying to come in.
Yep.
And he's like, let me see that thing. Let me see that thing. And he got in position. He grabbed it and he pulled it. 160.
Whoopsies.
It's like, hey, bud, I got 164 in my left hand.
Not a big deal.
So he hyped his guy up, and his guy didn't.
So were you stronger with your left?
Left, yeah.
All right, so which one? All right, so which kid? It was Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb Banks.
And then you said you saw him later that day, and he was like, hey, dude, is my record still standing?
Oh,
yeah. Like, yeah, bud. That thing's going to stand
and he dapped me up and stuff. Like, he was so proud. We put it out there on social media, and it's getting a lot of love. And he was so happy that I was like, dude, nobody is going to even get within 10 of what you did there. So I'm curious when I bring it in studio what you're going to get.
So,
and I also told you that Doring was so worried because I told him Lane Kiffin was coming in late. I was like, Lane's going to do it. Mm-hmm. So I pulled it for Lane and then gave it to him, and he took a picture and pointed to the score that I got. But we sent it to Doring like Lane got it.
Yeah, of course.
And so Lane walks down and sees him, and Kiffin goes, hey, I went up there and I beat your record in the grip string. What'd you get? He goes, I don't know, but it was better than yours.
It doesn't matter. Better than yours.
He totally forgot.
Hey, but Doring doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would bother him or let it eat at him. For multiple days.
Not at all. He hasn't. He hasn't, like, when we've been on air, taken his headset off, left me by myself. He's over in the corner, turning red, about to pop every blood vessel in his head.
Yeah, I actually saw him in the workout room, just like with little dumbbells, just doing forearm curls, reverse curls, wrist curl, like it's all the grip strength stuff. Yeah,
and he's just glad he beat Dari Noka finally, because every year we have a competition, and Dari beat him in hitting a 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
Okay.
Have you heard that story?
Nope.
So Doring's like, they're talking on air one day, and Dari's like, baseball, like, I got you, CD. And CD's like, Dari Noka's like, I was all state in Florida shortstop. Keep saying it over and over again. So they hyped this thing up, and like, I'm going to be honest, if I had to guess, I'd be like, Doring's going to beat Dari Noka. No disrespect to Dari, but I mean, Doring looks like a specimen, like great shape, right?
Yeah.
And so is in Nashville 2 years ago.
Pretend muscles.
2 years ago, we're in Nashville, and we get the minor league team to agree to allow SiriusXM, and T-Bob actually was there. He came with us as well and let us hit. And now the competition was between Dari and Doring, but we all wanted, let's go hit. So we go out there, and everybody's going to kind of get started, whatever. And so Neuheisel gets out there. Neuheisel gets a hit. Aaron Murray gets up there, gets a hit. I get up there, I get a hit. T-Bob gets up there, T-Bob gets a hit.
Oh, boy.
Chris Childers, the show pony, he gets up there, he gets a hit. All right, so everybody's at least in 10 pitches gotten a hit, made contact with 95. Well, Dari gets up there, and Dari beat all of us. Dari gets up there, out of 10 pitches, he hit 4 of them. Like, now they weren't like super, but he hit 4, like, hit them. And so, like, we're all like, oh, man, how's this going to go? Dorian gets up there. There was one person in the entire group, including Coach Neuheisel, who's a little bit older. Mm-hmm. He didn't touch a ball. In 30 pitches, probably 30 pitches, he didn't touch a ball.
I would like to say I'm shocked at it, but I've known Dorian now for, let's say, 3.5 days. I can see that if he misses the first, 3, I can see there's no way mentally he's crawling out of that hole.
Yeah.
And so it's probably just one of those things, a little momentum. But you know what's surprising? Like, every time you go, when I was playing in the NFL, college, whatever it is, like, you're with the best athletes in the whole world. Like, these guys are fast. They're agile. They play football at the highest level in the world. Put them on a slow-pitch softball team. Yeah. Put them at a charity softball game. Watch these DBs, whoever it is, these guys that are fast. Yeah. Ran a 4.28 to the combine, greatest athlete, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Put him at right field and hit a pop-up.
Hit a pop-up.
One slow, pop-up. Average pop-up and shallow right field. They will sit here with their hand up like this, in the sandlot when they just put their hand out, like straight-armed with it, or they'll try to run and, basket catch it. But they'll sit here with the glove up, and it's coming down. And it's coming down, and then they're tracking. Boom, it lands 8 feet to their right. I'm like, what?
How many times?
What? How are y'all a person?
How many times on the effing Badgers? That was our intramural team.
Yep, the effing Badgers.
How many times did we have guys that wanted to come on our softball team in college, and it's like, all right, well, let's see what you got. And how many would miss fly balls? How many would strike out?
Unbelievable.
Justin Vincent. How many would really struggle there?
And statute of limitations up. I think we can publicly announce that.
It is.
Not many people. There's 2 people that struck out in slow pitch softball. With 3 strikes and you're out. It's not like one of those situations where you start with a strike and you fouled one off and then maybe you swung one on accident 3 feet over your head and you miss it.
Yeah.
3 strikes. We love him. But he did. Peter Dykowski struck out once.
He did.
He also ticked a couple of balls.
He did.
Tipped them.
He did.
And then JV.
You remember
struck out as well.
When Peter and JV played baseball at Bar.
A pretty good little program over there, too. He's just used to the heaters.
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Dykowski, you remember when Peter, tipped one and I flicked it.
Oh. He would run like this, perfect form, like the guy from Happy Gilmore.
They don't have slow pitch softball in Canada, I guess.
I believe that jacket belongs to Mr. Gilmore. He would run so hard, and he couldn't move left or right because he was so stiff. And the first baseman would just jump off the base because the freight train was coming through.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Dorian. It started out making fun of Dorian.
It did. And Dari also got him the next year. We had a hula hoop competition, and Dari also won the hula hoop competition. So it's a big win for Dorian, at least to get him in the grip strength.
Hey, in the chat, Quinn. Hey, beat it, pal. Said I'd probably only do a 75. Whatever. I'm at least getting
one of our guys, Daniel Basham, who I love dearly, is just really hating lately. He's just haterade.
Yeah, whatever, Daniel.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, we'll get you.
So this, you know what else goes downhill? People on skis. That's awesome. So this show is getting better, I think.
All right, we will take our first break of the show. More OTB when we come back here, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website, and you go there and you can set up residential, commercial trash pickup. Remember, 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters to choose from. You give them a call, 225-612-2477. Tell them what your project is, and they'll make sure you have the right size dumpster on your project. It is trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, go check them out. Residential, business, industrial, whatever it is. Get home pickup of your trash set up with a local company that cares, someone you can call and get customer service, and they give you text reminders the night and the day before they pick up your trash. So never forget your trash again. Stay out of the doghouse. And if you got a business, set up that roll-off dumpster to help yourself out. Residential, business, industrial, trashrangers.com.
She just moved right up the block for me, and she got the hots for me, the finest thing my hood has seen. But oh no, no, she got a man and a son though. Oh, when that's okay, cause I wait for my cue and just listen, play my position like a show star. Pick up everything, mommy hitting, and in no time, I better make this one.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We are day number 4. Yeah, that goes over years. That microphone goes right there. Good job.
Yeah, well, it's Thursday, bud.
Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M going to be here today. I wonder how they come up with the 4 teams and the 4 teams that are going to be here. You know, day number 1, it's LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. It's pretty solid. Day 2, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. It's real solid. Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, another solid day. And then Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M. I'm not saying
can't all be winners, you know.
Yeah, I'm not even saying like necessarily wins and losses, because if we did that, I mean, Missouri's last 4 years you put wins together, they'd be up there towards the top. I just thought maybe they put a heavy hitter, maybe a bigger brand,
right?
You know, in that day. Yeah, and A&M is that, but
yeah, I mean, you could have split up day 2, which had Georgia, Tennessee, Texas all in that same group. You could have moved one of those guys. And my other question is do they do it by request? Like, do teams request certain days? Do they do it based on schedules, or like, you know, is a team reporting a couple of days earlier? I don't know. Those are the questions that I have. I would assume that they were kind of request, but maybe it's just pulling out of a hat. I don't know. But I'm looking at this list.
Well, she's been like day 1, first one out of the gate for like.
That's probably what you want, right?
A long time.
Like if you're Brian Kelly or head coach, you probably want to get it done early, right?
Yeah, I would love to be, like, if I'm LSU, I would love to be, hey, I want to be first. I want to be the first one out there. I want to get our message out there. I want to get in. I want to get in. I want to be fresh on everybody's minds, and then I'm going to get out.
I'm looking at this list. Not real thrilled about it. 4 teams, looking at all these players, the positions. There's only 1 quarterback here today. 1 of 4 teams. 3 teams scared to bring a quarterback. Uno.
2.
Texas A&M blows my mind.
Yeah, 2 are transfers.
I know Billy tried
Kentucky and Missouri.
Billy tried to talk, wax poetically about that yesterday. He's sitting right over there to the left of us right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand Texas A&M not bringing Marcel.
Right.
Kentucky. I mean, the guy's like his 13th year of college football. Why wouldn't you bring him? Calzada?
Yeah, Zach Calzada.
Zach Calzada.
He's been at A&M. He went to Auburn, Incarnate
Word.
Then Kentucky, I believe.
So this is his 7th season in college football. 23-9 as a starter, 8,707 career yards passing, 73 total touchdowns in his career. The guy's played some college football.
Yeah, he's had some okay moments, but not in the SEC, and he's tried it now for a 3rd time. I'm a little surprised by that if we're going to lean on Kentucky here, because
Let's go all in.
You know, they have struggled to find a quarterback that like signs with Kentucky, redshirts maybe his freshman year, and then takes over and is the guy for 3 years.
Right.
Like they have gone, you know, with Will Levis, who Will Levis ended up turning to be a good player for them, but they get him from Penn State. And you get Brock Vandergrift from Georgia, and you get like all these transfers. They get Devin Leary from NC State, and now they get Zach Calzada. They have tried like the 1 year rental, and it just hasn't worked for them. I would think that they'd be like, hey, let's go develop a guy.
Right.
It hadn't worked for us.
It worked with Will. I mean, he was first round pick, but like Kentucky is.
He was the first pick of the second round, right?
Shoot, I can't remember.
I think it was. Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
All
Either
right.
way,
well,
though,
you know,
very
first
high
round
pick,
grade on it for most people. But like Kentucky's got that. It's the attitude and the size school that has to rely on the transfer portal.
Yeah.
That's just they're not going to recruit guys, the big guys out of high school that are going to pan out and just be there for 4 or 5 years. They have to go. I mean, everybody's dipping in from all levels, the good, the bad, the ugly in college football. But like, especially Kentucky, they have to lean on that. They have to find guys in smaller conferences or out of the SEC that want to play in the SEC that might not have an opportunity to go to some of the bigger schools. So they have to rely on them. They have to rely on their coaching and their ability to create a team atmosphere. And Stoops has proven he's done that, and he's always going to be a tough out. I mean, even last year, they weren't great last year, 4-8 total record, but they did beat Ole Miss on the road. They lost to Georgia by 1 point. I mean, they had some games and moments where, you know, they showed life, and they always do. I think Stoops is kind of the guy that's going to have his team motivated, and he's going to squeeze the most juice out of a team that he can.
That's why when a lot of people, like, he's the most tenured SEC coach, and it's not even really close. And a lot of people question sometimes maybe the wins and losses, and like, oh man, we won one SEC game last year, and it was Ole Miss, and they couldn't finish. It's like I get all of that, I do, but y'all, we all remember Kentucky. They were like every week they were the Jefferson Pilot 11 a.m. game. It was Kentucky. They were there. It was Jared Lorenzen.
Rivers
like,
is loving this right
in
now.
that squad.
We just took a little heat off Mississippi State.
Well, that's who it was, and they had no hope. And he came in, and I'm not saying it's consistent, but they had double-digit win seasons, right? Multiple of those. They lost to Florida for like 32 straight years.
Okay.
32, and I think now they've beaten them like 3 out of the last 5. So you have to understand sometimes like where you're at and what the challenges are. And Mitch Barnhart's been the AD there the whole time. Like he's been there since the 90s.
Yep.
So he's seen like what that bottom floor looks like. And he understands that.
Yeah, you got to have some like self-awareness of your program and the history. But there is a certain point when you start showing life, like the people around you expect that life to be there every year and for it to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is still the SEC, and like you talk all the time. Like a program always wants to. If your program has lost to Florida 30-something times, you want to build that program up to be able to compete every year. And then once you do it, it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
You know. So, look, they are losing a lot this year, and they had to like dig deep in the transfer portal. They got 7 returning starters from last season, 3 on offense, 3 on defense, and a punter, who I'm assuming is also the placeholder. So maybe we could consider that 8 returning starters.
No.
2 and 1. 31 players transferred out from last season.
So one of the websites that I love to use for depth charts is Our Lads. I think they do.
Our Lads.
Ourlads.com. I think they do a fantastic job. They kind of keep you.
That.
Yep. They keep you up to date. And it's not always 100% right, but it's pretty accurate. But more than like where people are placed, what they do is if you are returning, you're in blue. If you're a freshman, you're in pink. If you are a transfer coming in, you're in orange, like orange, yellow, whatever. And so I always go and I'm like, all right, give me the ratio of blue, orange, and pink, because I want to see like how new's your team going to be. And there's a lot of orange on Kentucky's offense. I mean, you look at receiver, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 new receivers coming in through the portal, offensive line. You've got 5 coming in through the portal, right? It is filled with an orange color because, like you said, they only returned 6 total starters. And so they did their deep dive into the portal, and now they're trying to figure out if they can kind of hit reset with all this new. Doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work. But let me ask you this. In the SEC, is there a better coach to coach a team like that than Mark Stoops?
Maybe Lane, because Lane's done it so many different times
right,
as well.
But it's hard for – I feel like Lane, in his offensive philosophy, he's got to have a quarterback, right?
He's got to have a quarterback and a running back.
He's got to have a really good quarterback. And you just went down the list of quarterbacks. They've struggled at Kentucky, but they still are always can be a dangerous team. So I would put Mark Stoops at the top of that list for a guy that can be able to get the most out of a team that, like you just listed, that's only returning 3 offensive starters, 3 defensive starters, a placeholder.
You keep trying to make placeholder a thing.
It's a thing.
It's definitely not. So Kentucky is one of the teams that's going to be here today. And like Matt said, they don't bring the quarterback. They go linebacker, DB, and tight end. Arkansas, I believe, is going to be the first team that goes here today, and they are bringing their quarterback, Taylor Green. So we'll continue to break down the 4 teams that are here. We'll go back as well. Teams that were here day number 3, kind of react to how they showed up here to the media day and Hall of Fame, and Florida Gators. Had to say something nice about them.
That hurts me.
I know.
I don't even know if you're upset about it.
Well, I'm not. I'm just.
It hurts me even more.
No. I'm just.
So, are you a Florida fan now?
No, I'm definitely not that.
Are you Gator chomping? Did you Gator chomp here? So I saw some of your Dusty was Gator chomping.
If you find me Gator chomping, just go ahead and put me off the pasture.
I just said, this guy was literally crushing skulls. I can see the emotions. You could get caught up in that emotion of this guy's grip strength. That it just slips out.
Nope. I did Doring and all the Gators. They were coming in, and Doring he likes to get pictures with all of them. He's always the one guy. Hey, scrap pick. He's like, come on, Dusty. He always. And he goes, they do their little thing. He's like, I think he said it's right over left. I was like, you have to. It matters right over left or left over right. He goes, yeah. If you're a real Gator, it's right over left. I'm like, why? He goes, I don't know. It's just a thing. It just is. It's like, okay, cool. I'll never find out. Unless we're like the LSU fans and we're doing the chant
we should do it. When LSU fans do it to make fun of them, we should do left over right.
That's a good point. I don't know. Is left over right more of a slap in the face, or is it really mimicking how you would do it, slap in the face?
But so let's really break this down a little bit.
Okay.
And don't take offense to this. We brought this up last week. I told you it was a pet peeve of mine, which is the backwards L when we do the L thing. Okay, and you told me that sometimes you have to if you're on the left side of a picture facing in because your left arm's free.
Yep.
I disagree with you. You just figure out a way to get that right arm free and just do an L normally.
But you got to see. I like embracing my brethren, so I'm going to embrace my brethren and then throw up the backwards L.
Nope.
Because that embrace is important.
No, it is objectively dumb.
In the picture that we took with Nussmeier, you're all about yourself, and you got this arm up, nothing touching Nussmeier.
Yep.
I'm embracing the Nuss bus and then throwing up my L.
I'm embracing him by showing him the respect of doing the L the right way with the correct hand up and it facing the right direction instead of me turning my shoulder or my elbow to get it backwards.
Yeah. There's some people that do the backwards L as awkward as you possibly could imagine.
But I would think that if you're a Florida Gator and you're on the left side of the picture, kind of the same situation. You got to go left over right.
I got you.
Instead of right over left. That's that's the conundrum we live in right now. But apparently Florida's figured it out. They said, nope, you always got to go right over left. I say, no, LSU Tigers. We always have to throw the correct L up.
There's a lot of people agreeing with you. A lot of people.
I don't even think this is a hot take.
Inside the Bayou 4 chat, let us know, is a backwards L ever okay to make it look like you're throwing up an L in a picture?
Yeah, let's hear it. I'd love to hear this. Can we throw a poll up on Twitter?
Oh, didn't know there was L etiquette, says Jonathan. I didn't really know either.
Just watch, just watch the pictures that you put out there.
Y'all. Throwing up the L was not a thing.
It's never a thing.
When we were in school.
It's a very new thing.
Who started the throwing up the L?
I don't know if I even want to say
Can we go to our research team?
I know who it is.
You think it was Brian Kelly?
No.
Who?
I believe.
Radio, speak
okay,
words.
look, I believe it was Doug Blanchard.
Oh, Dougie. Mm-hmm. Dougie. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Throw the L's up.
Yeah, you're definitely like. All right, I can't read this. All right. All right.
There's a lot of people agreeing with me. We'll just say that very emphatically.
And I knew they would. We Flynn and I on our group text where he talks about it pretty often.
And the toy box. The toy box and the backwards L.
Toy box and the backwards L. Don't show Flynn those.
Out of the toy box, please.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. BoudreauxElectrical.com. Get that free Generac quote, top right corner of the website. Storm season is a-coming. The Gulf of America is heating up, and so make sure that you are prepared and ready to go, because when it happens, it is the ultimate peace of mind to know you have that whole home generator. You are not going to be without power. That's why Boudreaux's Electrical, more power, more protection. On the North Shore, 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, it is 225-300-9389.
Yeah, we've been in Atlanta all week, so we've been kind of sheltered from that news, but I know there was a little disturbance in the Gulf this week. I don't know if it's forming quite like it was, maybe could have, but it was a wake-up call to us all. Hey, it's coming. Storm season's coming. Make sure you're protected. Make sure your family, your home, all your things are protected. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, and I am going to go ahead. Alondra, little heads up. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
That Alondra stays ready so she doesn't have to get ready. All the faith. We knew she was going to be able to hit that, even though we did a bad job. GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV.com. GoFlow IV Spa. Check them out on the Facebook page there. Book your appointment. Summer is here. Heat and humidity is here as well. So have a plan for your hydration or your recovery. And, again, you can go to the website, see all the things they can do for you. GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, we're sitting here at July 17th. Pretty hot. And it ain't cooling down anytime soon. Go see them. Be proactive about your hydration. If you got a big workout, marathon, maybe you're going out drinking a little bit, go get hydrated, get an IV, get hydrated, get vitamized. Go see their website about their services, membership packages, everything. GoFlowIV.com.
All right, so as we mentioned, it was Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma yesterday. Oklahoma had some impressive players as well, and I want to kind of highlight quarterback John Mateer here. John Mateer is coming over from Wazoo. He is a Texas kid. He's from like the Lake Dallas area. So how did he end up at Wazoo? Like, that's kind of, that's a question that you're like, okay, that's a long way away.
Yeah.
And you're from Texas. Typically, you got a lot of other places you would go. He's like, man, Incarnate Word was like, that's it. That was like really it for me. And so their OC, or their head, I think it might have been the head coach that became the OC at Washington State. Like, he gets the job there, and he's like, hey, I still want you. Like, just because it's we're moving up from the FCS to the FBS, he's like, you can play at this level. Mm-hmm. So he offers him scholarship. Obviously, he goes there. Then he gets there, and he's behind this guy named Cam Ward.
Heard of him.
Number 1 overall pick. Mm-hmm. It's so, like, his journey, it's a fascinating one. And I remember watching, and I told him this yesterday, so, like, there's some things, like plays we do on our flag football team because of what they did when him and Cam were together at Wazoo. They would put them in there together. They had 2 quarterbacks, and they would hand the ball off to each other. And then, like, they would hand it off, like, in a zone read. The quarterback would sprint out. Then he'd throw the ball. There was one where it was, like, a wraparound situation. Mateer wrapped around Cam Ward, then went into the flats, and they threw to Mateer in the flats. And so he's that kind of guy. Like, he can go in there. He's going to do whatever you ask him to do. And he waited his turn. He goes to Wazoo, gets 1 year, and just tears it up. Those for over 3,000 yards, rushes for over 800 yards. And then, like, his coach that brought him there goes to Oklahoma, and he leaves. And so he's like, look, I wasn't trying to, have this special year at Wazoo and then just leave. He's like, but with the conference situation, he's like, there's only 2 teams in the conference, and then my coach goes there, and, had a pretty good year. And I wanted to get closer to home. He's like, my family coming to the games, it was just a struggle because they're going to the Pacific Northwest. And so
I don't think anybody can blame, like, even Washington State fans can blame the kid for doing that. Like, my coach is leaving.
Yeah.
58 states away from, like, where I grew up.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody, and, like, especially with the conference situation. Now I'm going to transfer to Oklahoma, where they produce multiple Heisman winners recently.
Right.
Different coach, but it's still the same program. It's still the same
Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's Oklahoma.
So he goes into the portal, 48 hours. Mm-hmm. He said he had 110 phone calls. 110. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, and I tried to take as many as I could. He said, I think I hit 70, but I had family members hit those other. Like, I just.
Yeah.
And he said for me, it was overwhelming because I wasn't recruited like that. Like, Incarnate Word was my deal.
Right.
And then my coach went, so that I got a scholarship because of that. He's like, I had no idea what I was getting into. And it's fun. Like, Cam Ward was at Incarnate Word. Like, it's just funny, like, how their entire careers are kind of
shout out to
intertwined there.
Incarnate Word.
Yeah.
Brought up multiple segments in our show.
Yeah. How about the recruiting there?
I know.
Pretty good eye for talent.
Recruiting there. Calzada from
that's true.
Kentucky came from Incarnate Word.
Like 3 quarterbacks right there.
Like, it's just Incarnate Word is known to be an SEC just
feeder system for the quarterback position.
Absolutely. They know how to grow them over there and develop them.
So we're talking with him, and I told you this yesterday. He's like a mix of Flynn and Baker Mayfield. Like, just the way he carried himself, the confidence that he had. Yeah. Kind of the things he would say. He saw some squirrels as well. Like he was impressive, man, and he had a great mentality. And the SEC, I think the SEC is about to find out a lot about John Mateer.
What kind of size?
Reminded me a lot of you.
Okay.
Like, really, like, so had the same size as you did.
I have not, like, studied his measurables or anything like that. I don't know. In my head, I had him pictured at, like, 5'11", 6 foot.
No. He's taller than that. Yeah. He reminds me of you, like, of your type.
He's one of the quarterbacks, like, I'm excited to do a breakdown of, and that's one thing that we are going to continue to do this season. And before we play teams, is I'm going to give, like, a pretty detailed quarterback evaluation, film breakdown of their game. He's one of those guys I'm really excited because I didn't watch any Washington State this past season. I don't know if a lot of people really did, but I've heard. I know you did because you're a degenerate. But
just trying to come up with plays for the flag football team.
I know, I got it. But like, he's one of those guys because I've heard all about it. I've heard about his game and just reading about him. It's easy to talk. Like, this is the time of the year, the time of the summer. Like, you can talk yourself into any team or any player being really good. But I think Mateer is one of these guys that consistently people are, like, kind of have him circled as, like, this guy that could do really good things and help. And we'll see. Their offense struggled so much last year.
Yeah.
They have this defensive coach who is –
and their defense is stacked again this year.
Their defense is stacked, which is crazy to say.
Is he going to allow him, like you talked about?
Yeah. And Venables, he's going to be – he's the noise around him is going to get loud if they don't start out looking like Oklahoma Sooners, right? So, and rightfully so. That program does not deserve or ever need to be in the conversation of being at the bottom of the pack in any conference.
No.
I don't care if I know they made the move to the SEC and it's different than the Big 12. I got it. But middle of the road minimum for that program, right? Not the bottom.
So, John Mateer style, it is that organized chaos style that we talk about. It's not all the way to Diego Pavia, but it is like he's got such a
organized controlled chaos.
Yeah,
controlled.
He ran for over 800 yards. Like, he's got that in his game.
Yeah.
it's like, is Brent Venables, and but he threw for over 3,000 too. Like, but is Brent Venables going to, as a defensive coach, allow him to like, hey, close your eyes, all right, let us do us. Don't panic. Yep. Don't try to control what he is, because he is a free-spirited quarterback, and that's what makes him who he is.
You know, with a defensive head coach, you have to have a very strong personality offensive coordinator to be like, oh, no, coach, like, it's fine. Like, the beauty of this quarterback's play is that he does do things off schedule.
Yeah.
So he's going to make some bad plays. He's going to take a sack for 12-yard loss when he should have thrown it away. But because of his style of play and because of what he can do, we have to coach him a little bit differently than a standard pocket passer would. Like a standard pocket passer who's doesn't have that extra ability. A 12-yard loss is a fireable offense. Like, you throw the ball away.
Yeah.
Like, out of the pocket. But you have to coach people different. If it's 3 times out of 5 he's going to make a big play, you sacrifice those other 2 plays because of – and just defensive coaches don't understand that. It's like, don't take a negative play. Yeah. Don't take a negative play. But you got to coach guys differently. So, you got to have a strong personality at offensive coordinator to be able to kind of – I'm not going to say stand up to the head coach, but to emphasize to the head coach that, look, we got to coach this guy a little bit differently. There's going to be some bad with it, but he's going to make some beautiful stuff happen.
All right, we will take a break, close out hour number 1 of OTB when we come back here at 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com is the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. Not just driving back and forth on the basin, but they are boots on the ground in both cities. They are that trusted roofing company that you know you can trust. Well, you can listen to us. Take us for our word. We're telling you the truth. Yep. But if you don't want to, you can go check out the Google reviews, the Facebook reviews, the Yelp reviews, right all on the homepage of PelicanRoof.com. You can get that instant roof quote as well, top right corner of the website. They have fantastic financing options as well. Matthew, that is something you can also click on, financing, right there on the homepage of PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, it's a roof is a big decision to make for you and your family. It's a big project. So go see if they can help you with financing. 0% financing for all qualified buyers up to 21 months. So go visit and start that process today. Just have the conversation. See how they can help you. PelicanRoof.com.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, day number 4, SEC Media Days. The Arkansas Razorbacks are here. They are the only team that brought a quarterback. Taylon Green will be here representing the Hogs.
Tall drink of water, too.
He is, and we just looked at their depth chart, and Flynn, there is a whole lot of orange, which means transfer there for the Hogs on offense.
Yeah, their offense, looking at it right now on ourlads.com.
Big deal.
Thanks for
shout out, shout out.
Let's see. We got 3 wide receivers, all transfers. Left tackle, a transfer. Center, a transfer. Right tackle, transfer. Tight end, transfer. So they're returning a quarterback, a running back, a right guard, and a left guard on offense. So continuity, not a big thing over there this year.
No.
But we'll see. In this crazy world, I mean, that's more transfers having to step into starting roles than we just talked about with Kentucky. I guess the only difference is the quarterback. You know, a little continuity there.
Yeah,
so, and which helps.
Yeah, and he's a good player. I think he can continue to grow. He comes over from Boise State a couple of years ago, and he's a player that has a very high ceiling, and he's going to need to hit the top of that ceiling for Arkansas, I think, to have the kind of year that they want to have. And when you make wholesale changes like this, and it's normal to dive into the portal now, but this feels like we know what the deal is. And if I'm Sam Pittman and I'm that staff, like we kind of know. You know, Bobby Petrino back there as the OC. He's been the head coach there. Everybody kind of knows what the deal is, I think, this year in Fayetteville and what they have to do, which is maybe it's a win total, maybe, but it's like you got to beat somebody big. And they did. Look, I mean, they've got some pretty big wins, and every time we have this conversation about Sam, it feels like he goes and gets one of those.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's exactly kind of like he fits the mold for Arkansas, kind of like Mark Stoops at Kentucky. Last year, Sam Pittman entered his 6th season at Arkansas as the head coach. 7-6 last year, won a Liberty Bowl, but of course Bobby Petrino returning for his 2nd year. So it's interesting to see how that offense progresses, being in the same system for now a 2nd year. We talk about that year 1 to 2 jump for quarterbacks, but it's kind of the same thing in offenses in general. Everybody, I know it's a lot of transfers, but you got a quarterback returning, running the same system. I would expect more comfortability from that, more growth from that quarterback as well. And like you said, he showed flashes. He's got a live arm, has a high ceiling, threw for over 3,000 yards last year, rushed for over 600 yards. So, they got a little action back there. So I would expect them to be always dangerous, always a tough out. And we can tell you that from experience.
Yes, we can.
Unfortunately. What we got to get into, though? We didn't do it yesterday. We got to project our over-unders. Win total over-unders from yesterday's teams. Yeah, we forgot to do it yesterday.
Yeah, and then obviously today's teams as well. So we'll do that for you when we come back to kick off hour number 2. Alabama, Florida, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma. And, of course, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M. We'll give you all of those teams' win totals over and under. All right, we'll be back. More OTB live from the 2025 SEC Media Days.
Off the bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Bottom right corner of the website, you can get that consultation booked. You can find a full list of services. You can find pricing as well. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It is right there on Drusilla Lane. That number to give them a call to set that consultation up, 225-4GD-WOOD. If you have a problem, help Goodwood get to the bottom of it. How will you do that? You'll book that consultation, live life without fear or embarrassment. Yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, don't settle for mediocrity. We're all human. We all have issues. There's people out there that can fix it, and that is at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com. Schedule that consultation. Go to their website, see their pricing, their services. Start their treatment for $125 per month, people. Yourgoodwood.com. Check them out.